And we are live. I'd like to thank everybody. Tonight is a pirate theme, so yo ho ho, and a
Yarr!
bottle of rum if you got one. Up aboard the Dan-A-Plooza vessel, we have first mate and guest Destini Beard. Thank
Hola.
you for being here.
Ahoy, mateys.
Yar, indeed.
I be swabbing the deck.
Yeah. We be troubleshooting on this ship.
We be sailing the cyber seas.
We be lost in internet connectivity.
Yes.
So everyone, thank you for watching Dan-A-Plooza. Like I said, my guest right now is the very talented singer-songwriter Destini Beard. So her social media to follow her at Destini Beard Music on Facebook. You have her website at www.destinibeard.com, and make sure to follow her on the TikTok videos, Destini Beard. So welcome, Destini.
Hello.
It's good to have you back.
Yes, it is good to be back.
So tell us, for the viewers and future viewers, what you've been working on.
So, I have been working on many things. I have been composing a lot of original music. Very instrumental. Normally what I do is I do a lot of singing, but a lot of my compositions have actually been mostly piano and sort of like ambient background with some strings here and there. So that's been my biggest project, and along with that, I have been recording, as so many of my fans for the last few years have asked me to join TikTok and make acapella videos, which is not something I ever thought I would do, but I did about 20 in the last month. So I
wow.
So I finally did it. They can watch them now.
And for those watching, yar, she be tickling the ivories on the piano. So, when you do these TikTok videos, do you already have the song in your mind that you're going to sing, or do you just sing and, whatever song comes to mind, that's what you sing?
So I do definitely plan it out. I have like a list of songs that I'd like to do. So when I'm recording like the TikToks, it's actually funny because I just did a video, like a behind the scenes blooper video of how many takes it's for me to do one song. But so I'll usually do I'll plan for like a 2-hour span. I'll be like, okay, I'll do 3 TikToks or I'll do 4 TikToks. So I'll go through the song, I'll listen to it, I'll practice it, over and over and over. Then I'll figure out, okay, what key do I want to sing it in? What kind of lighting do I want? What costuming do I want? And then I do the take and I listen back and I'm like, okay, then I post it. It's a lot that goes into just these little minute clips. So it's like, oh my gosh.
And what would you say is your singing range? Are you like a baritone or bass, soprano? Like, what is your singing range?
I would definitely say soprano. I was classically trained for 12 years, and I was technically a soprano 1. I'm working on getting back up to those high notes. Once it's definitely one of those things, like, if you don't use it, you start to lose it. So you really have to make sure it's warming up all the time, and I'm super guilty of that. So I started sort of expanding my range, but like over the years I started doing a little more contemporary music, so I kind of went a little bit lower in my register. So I think I would be like probably like a mezzo soprano, so like a lower end to like a soprano 1. That's kind of my range.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And so as far as singing, do you have like a certain space that you go and sing, like kind of like, are you singing like outside, or are you more like you have like a, enclosed area?
So you're gonna laugh at this, and a lot of people do too. Um, so I started doing these TikToks when I was up in my Michigan, because I travel at all these different Renaissance fairs with my family business for a living, hence the dragon behind me. But when I started making these, I was recording them in my camper, and I needed a good lighting space. So I literally recorded all of them in my camper bathroom, which is about 2 feet by 3 feet. So it's this tiny little room I was recording everything in. Because I could drape the backdrop over my curtain. Mm-hmm. It's the silliest thing. I actually took a picture of it to show people, like, this is my studio. And now I'm in technically the storage room of my Ohio shop, recording more TikToks. I have more room, though. I can hold my arms all the way out and actually, not hit anything.
I can only imagine in a tiny space, like if you would knock this over, and then it's like, oh, now I gotta start the video over and everything.
Oh my God, I have. Yeah.
Did you have blunders?
Yes. Especially when I was in my little camper bathroom, because like if I needed to get something, I had to like do like this weird yoga pose around my like microphone stand, and I'm like, oh my God. It's kind of funny because people are like, oh my God, you have such professional videos. I'm like, it's not. I just stick a filter on it.
Oh my. Always what goes behind the scenes is best.
Right?
Yes.
The secret's been revealed.
Yes. Yes, it's been revealed. Shush, 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 shush. But now that the season is approaching, Halloween, and will be here as soon as you know it, are you looking forward to All Hallows Eve?
I am. I'm very excited. I'm like... It's all of a sudden just feels like, boom, it's October. Like, I feel like it's summer, and now, oh my God, Halloween's here. So, while we're here at the Ohio show, the Ohio Renaissance Festival, they do a Halloween-themed weekend. Ooh. So we get to hand out candy to the kids, and we get to get dressed up. So that'll be super fun. So it's interesting to have, like, a medieval Halloween, per se. Mm-hmm. But then there's like a lot of stuff to do around here. There's a lot of different haunt attractions and stuff, and I am like very tempted next week to just go like here, there, and everywhere and do everything Halloween. I might even be an undead pirate for the Halloween weekend. Who knows? I haven't decided what I'm going to be yet, so could do that. Could be zombie pirate.
Yeah.
There you go.
You'd be like, ugh, and then something falls off a limb.
Yeah. Like one of those prosthetics.
Yeah.
One of those arms from Spirit Halloween.
Yeah. There you go.
That'd be funny.
Oh, definitely. Yes. I'm also looking forward to Halloween. I already have my costume picked out.
Nice.
It'll be skeleton.
Awesome.
So looking forward to that. And then, so are there any kind of certain flicks that you like to watch during this Halloween season?
There are actually, especially like on Netflix. So I'll like revisit some of like the spooky TV shows, like the one that came out last year, The Haunting of Bly Manor. That was super cool and super spooky. So I'll like rewatch that one. And then I'll go and watch some classics too. Like I watched a couple weeks ago, I rewatched the Dracula 1931 with Bela Lugosi. Classic. And then I watched Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. Went back to like some of the more classic stuff. But then as far as like other spooky stuff, normally like rewatch, like I'll watch like Halloween again, or I'll watch like Sleepy Hollow from the 90s, because it's a classic. You can't not.
So is the Sleepy Hollow you're referring to the one with Christopher Walken?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that one. I just that one is like it's just it really is a classic, but I think the music just makes it just perfect, you know.
Oh, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Um, so, do you watch anything like on the Freeform? I know they got all those uh, Halloween movies like Beetlejuice and.
Oh no, I have to see if I can get that channel. They do mostly streaming, so I have to see
Okay.
if I can find it because I want to see Beetlejuice again.
Yes. Yep. I
Another
just
classic.
exactly. And when you were saying like classical movies, and you're talking about Frankenstein, have you always been a friend of like the Universal monsters, like the classic monsters?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was really excited because a few years ago, they tried to do like a reboot of the classic monsters. Like they started with the
Hmm.
Wolfman, and they did a reboot of it. It was so well done. And then they did the Creature from the Black Lagoon. They made that into a TV series because they were trying to bring back the Universal like universe, and it just didn't really pick up, unfortunately, which I was super bummed about because I feel like with like today's CGI, we totally give that a whole new feel, you know. So I hope more people will get on with it because I want to see a reboot of like Frankenstein like in today's TV. Oh my god, it'd be so cool.
Definitely. I am a fan of the Frankenstein when Robert De Niro played Frankenstein.
Ah, yeah, yes.
That's
Anything
one.
from the '90s is just like it's just amazing, you know.
And last night I was watching The Simpsons, and in the opening they had the classic monsters in the Simpsons opening,
Oh, nice.
and they made fun of their costumes. So they went to the Halloween shop and bought costumes, and then went to the party of
Oh my
Homer.
god.
And then their wives found out, so then they had the Universal Monsters classic wives come and chase them out of the house. And
Oh my gosh, that's fun.
yeah, I'll have to maybe send that to you. You get a kick out of
Yeah, I would
that.
love to see that.
I just
Nice.
thought it was really funny. Like Frankenstein picked SpongeBob to wear, like out of everything.
Okay, that I have to see.
Yeah. um, as far as because there's lots of holiday food and treats. Is there anything that you enjoy particularly?
For Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
candy corn.
There you go.
You know what? The haters don't like candy corn. I love candy corn. I don't care if it's not made of anything real. I love it. Like, that is like my go-to.
Yes.
Like, forget it.
Yes, I love the little pumpkins. The little pumpkins.
Yes,
Yes.
those are so good. I'm so glad like no one else in my family really likes them because I can just have all of them to myself and my
Yeah. There's nobody to fight here from them. Yeah, for me,
Yes.
I just have them. Like my cat will just bat it around, but she won't eat it. So it's just me all to myself. I have no one to try and take from me. So.
Nice.
But so yeah, it's usually the pumpkins, and then I usually like. Have you seen the Frankenstein Reese cups?
No. I
They're
haven't
like
that.
Reese cups, and then there's like green also, at the bottom.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Nice.
I bought those, and I've been having that, and I was like, it could be for Halloween, or I could have some now, and then later it'll be Halloween, because they're delicious.
Now I'm gonna have to raid the grocery store after this and try to find Frankenstein Reese's cups.
Yeah. I felt like just even like being in the like the store like Frankenstein like Reese cups and just throw them on the counter and pay for them.
Right? That'd be hilarious.
It probably would be. That's a TikTok video.
There you go.
Gonna
Gonna go viral.
Yeah. Then everybody will be doing it.
Yeah.
Like
The
you'll go to the
Frankenstein
store and
trick.
you'll be like, Dan did that.
You're like, yeah, I do the OG. What's up now?
um, so With traveling to all these Renaissance festivals, is there ever like a down period of time where you have no festival and you work on other things?
Yes, well, now actually we kind of do. Um, Usually, like, we're doing the Florida shows in the winter time. I don't know if we'll be doing those next year. So if that's the case, I'll have like January and February off, which is for January through March actually. And then I do my spring shows, and then I come back and I have the end of June and July off, which is pretty nice. So I get to have like the middle of the summer and the middle of the winter in Pennsylvania. So I'm in Pennsylvania when it's bitter cold or suffering. Those are the only two seasons I see.
Wow, so then you're like summertime, and then you're like, it's cold.
Yeah, literally. I'll come home and I'll be like, oh, the trees are barren. All right, and it's snowing. Cool. But it's nice because I get to I get to compose more music when I'm home, and then I help with my dad's Patreon. He does live streaming for his artwork, so I'll have music going in the background for that. So that keeps me very busy when I'm home.
Did it impact you in any way when there was like COVID, and were you not able to travel and do the Renaissance festivals when that was taking place?
Yeah, it did for about we were out of shows for about 8 months, which is why we switched over to Patreon and started doing everything online. And that picked up a lot, which was really great because basically, like you said, we have to do everything virtually, and I was like, whoa, virtual run fair. But, yeah. Yep.
Oh wow! So, I'm definitely glad that you were able to find success, because it took a toll on everybody, and it's hard sometimes from hearing a crowd reaction and people, applause, and or people purchasing your artwork to, maybe putting something in an envelope and posting a video and waiting to see, response and likes.
Yes. Yeah, it's a totally different world when we were doing the live streams, because I was like, oh, I'm talking to a camera and not like people right in front of me. It was weird, but it's kind of nice to be able to do both now. Like, I'm kind of experienced in both, like doing virtual and in person. So I guess that kind of helps, like, overall with a lot of stuff, like especially with performing, which is really good. So
do you when people see you at the Renaissance Festival, do they ever ask you to sing, or like?
Oh God, yes. I've had people, and I'm just like, they come in, they're like, oh, sing something. I'm like, no. And it's so silly. Like, I've tried to like kind of get past that and just be like, okay, I'll start singing, whatever you want me to sing, kind of thing. Like, doing like these acapella, like, quick minute videos was already something that I didn't. It was kind of out of my comfort zone, and then I kind of just forced myself to jump into it and just do it. So I kind of feel like now, like, my next big step is just being at the Ren Fair and go out in front of my shop and just start singing something. That's my next big, like, comfort zone, like, milestone that I have to do, and I'm just like, it's one of those really weird things. Like, I could perform in front of an entire auditorium full of people, but if somebody comes in and stands in front of me and asks to sing, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like a deer caught in headlights.
It's almost like, I don't know if you remember the show Saved by the Bell. If you watch that show, when Zach would run into confrontation, everything, and you could time out and freeze, and then you could like go and walk and everything, yes. And then time in, and you're like already. That's what you need to do. Exactly. Oh my. So, do you work like a long time, like at the Renaissance fairs? Is it like an all day thing, or is it like just a weekend thing, or?
So it's kind of a little bit of both. So on the weekends the show's open, and then during the week it'll be like put product together or ship out orders. So like there's a few days out of the week that like I'll just sit in my camper and work on some music and then go back to the shop kind of thing. So I would say like it's kind of a mix. It's a little bit of a mix of both. But it's a crazy way to make a living, but it's fun.
Very true. What's great is you don't really have to clock in and out, you know?
True. I just be like, all right, I'm going. All right, I'm moving. Except on the weekends, then I'm up at like 6 a.m. and I'm like, oh my god, okay, this is early.
It's still like way up in your eyes.
Yes. So by the time people come in at like 10 a.m., they're just looking at like, you have so much energy. I'm like, I've been up for 4 hours already.
Holding like a cup of coffee.
Yes. Literally, I'll just be like, no, I have to have my coffee, and then I'm good. And then I can go all day.
So that's what you should do. You should say, like, if they want to hear a song, bring you coffee, and then that way.
I like that idea. That's a good idea.
Just not too many, so then you're like really jittery. You know?
Everyone all around the shop.
Yeah. We need.
Yes. Or I can do a tip jar. Just like pull out a tip jar and be like, you leave a tip for my coffee fund, and I'll send you something.
There you go.
There you go. I like the idea of sending someone to get coffee, though.
I do too. Then you'll be like,
maybe 10 people that come in, how many are actually going to go and do it? How many are going to follow through?
You'll be like, this is frap. I wanted latte.
I'm sorry, is this decaf? Oh, I can't sing for you. Sorry.
Or it's like you could start singing, be like, no.
This could actually be something really funny. I really like this idea.
Yeah. It's a good idea. But, do you have like a favorite Halloween costume that you like to do now, or maybe even back then?
You know, this is so ironic. I was just talking about this with my brother last week because we were just kind of reminiscing. I had this one outfit that when I wore it, like it was like 96 or 97-ish. It was like a vampire kind of costume, so it was like it had black, and then the sleeves were purple with spider webs on them. And I loved that outfit, and I had like the fangs and everything. So it's so ironic that you say this. So I was talking about it with my brother, and I was like, yeah, that's probably my favorite costume I ever wore. And then this weekend, this young girl comes in, and she has the exact same outfit on. And I just looked at her, and I was like, oh my god! Like, what? I just went back in time! I told her the story. I said I had that same outfit. She's just like staring at me like, whoa. It was so crazy. I was like, oh my god. I totally had like a blast from the past. But yeah, I think that one was definitely my favorite one. Like kind of like cool, like vampire ghoul. And then other than that, I pretty much go for like the witch, kind of like a witchy look. I have my witchy hat with my garland full of autumn colors, and so I'll usually do that to kind of incorporate with my medieval costume per se. So it's fun.
Definitely. For me, it was Garfield. Definitely when I was
Nice.
6, I was Garfield.
That's awesome.
And that's when you had like the outfit and like the mask that came with it, you know.
Yes.
And I'd be like, I hate Mondays, you know, and just even though I just got a bunch of candy.
Nice.
So you had that, and then let me see. Scream was another one that was my favorite.
Nice.
But in '96, everybody was Ghostface as well.
True. But that's cool though.
And now, probably, I have many costumes, but I normally like to be Bob Belcher and everything, and just like pretend it's like Bob Belcher in person. I'd be like, Tina, you watch the grill? See what people say.
Nice. Nice. Just go to the grocery store like that, just like walk through.
Yeah.
Get, like, the lines of the show.
I just like will shout like the names of the characters and just see.
That would be funny if someone responded.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Be like, okay.
I hear. So,
Yes.
but yeah, definitely Bob Belcher's probably my favorite right now. So
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of that show. So
Yeah. Nice.
But so, do you have any plans for 2023?
Well, hopefully to release like all of the music that I've been working on, because people keep asking, and I'm like, I know, I need to mix it. I hate mixing. It's the only part of the music that I can't stand, because I'm like, I don't know what this will do.
Yeah.
And then it's like you have to export it, you have to listen back and think, okay, I can't hear that part, I have to go in, fix it again. It's like, oh my god. But I would really love to release all of that, because I have like 30 tracks that I've done.
Oh wow.
And a lot of people are just like, oh my god, we want to hear it. I'm like, I know, I need to hear it out. So that's like my big goal, I think, through like the winter time. If I'll be home, I just have to like just mix and mix. I think that's my biggest goal, is to have more original music out for next year. For sure.
You should look into doing a TikTok video like every day I mix. I mix.
I should. Have an entire series of me just staring at my computer screen like.
Yeah. And it'll be like almost there, and then it'll be like error, and you'll be like, oh.
Nice. Oh my god, the trials and tribulations of mixing.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like a lot of musicians would like connect with that.
Exactly. How long does it take you to do that?
So, like, composing or...
Yes, composing and...
It kind of depends. So, like, sometimes I'll do, like, a song that's maybe, like, 1.5 to 2 minutes, and that takes me about hour and a half to 2 hours. Because I'll kind of just, like, I'll just play through and just be like, oh, hey, there's a key I like, there's a melody that I can, like, get behind. And then I'll kind of practice some different, rhythms and stuff, and then I'll add some more tracks to it. I'll be like, all right, here's a completed song. So yeah, that usually takes about 1.5 hours to like 2 hours on something, if it's going to be like a lot of tracks added to it. Like if I want like a percussion track or a string track. If it's just a piano ballad, maybe about like an hour-ish on a good day. And then sometimes I'll have it where like I really get this melody, I love it, I want to do it, but I keep screwing it up. So I have to put it away and like walk away and go do something else and go back to it a few days later.
Definitely. Which is probably your favorite to work on? Is it the piano, the brass, or the string track?
Definitely piano, I think, because that's primarily what I was taught in. I really do like the piano more, because the piano is more like the storyteller, whereas the other instruments are more of like the accompaniment or like the harmonies to it per se. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely go with piano for sure.
Piano for the win. So, before we wrap things up, is there anything else you would like to say or promote or plug on Dan-A-Plooza today?
Definitely follow me on TikTok. On the TikTok. Because that's where I can post all of my stuff without copyright bots attacking my own music, which is really weird. And that's where I put up all my acapella stuff. So if you look up on TikTok, my handle is Destiny Beard Music. Or if you type in Destiny Beard, you'll also find me there too. But yeah, definitely join me on that for anybody that's watching that wants to learn more about it and wants to follow my stuff, because that is like the best algorithm outreach thus far. So when I have new stuff, you actually get to see it.
For the new and improved stuff.
Yes,
Follow on the TikTok. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for Dan-A-Plooza. I'd like to thank my guest, Destini Beard, Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Thank
Yar.
you all, yar, and thank you all for watching. Keep following Destiny Beard on all her social media platforms, and make sure to keep following Dan-A-Plooza, which I will be back in an hour with my next guest, actress Ilaska Han. Have a good night, everybody.